Welcome back to the Butt Chug Podcast, everyone. This is episode 2 of the video beer reviews. You'll notice I'm wearing the same shirt as I was in episode 1 because I'm doing a video right after the first one because I want to keep drinking, and I just figured I'd make another episode. If you want to know a little bit about the Butt Chug Podcast, go back to episode 1, watch that one. I'll give you the whole background. This is just strictly a beer review. Today we are going to review Rogue Batsquatch. This Rogue Ales is from Oregon, as we say in the Midwest, or Oregon, as they say on the West Coast. Rogue, you might know Rogue. They make Dead Guy Ale. Very popular. We talk about Rogue a lot on episode 47 of the audio podcast, which you can find on SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play. Go check that out. We talk a lot about Rogue, and actually, this will not sway my opinion of Batsquatch, but Matt, he had a bad experience with Batsquatch. Personally, Rogue sent him a box. We opened it on episode 47. We talked about what they sent. They actually sent a Batsquatch sticker. So this is a hazy India Pale Ale. It is from Rogue. I just learned this. Rogue makes whiskey. I was just looking Rogue up so I could give a little background. They actually make gin. They make whiskey. Pretty cool. They make a lot of stuff. I'm looking down because I'm looking at my phone. I did not know that they made those things, but they also make beer. I think that's probably what they're best at. Never had Rogue whiskey or gin. Personally, not a gin fan, but let's get started with the review. This is Rogue Batsquatch. This is the Can Art Boner segment brought to you by deadformat.net. All can art needs to be reviewed because the artists deserve credit. So on this, you see kind of like a zombie bat. He's looking all jacked, looking buff, kind of giving you like the boogie kind of like motion as if he's in a haunted house. He's got some big red wings. Batsquatch is written in like that monstery type font, yellow and red. And this is a hazy India Pale Ale, Rogue with the star and the O. On the back side, there's a whole bunch of text. I'm not going to read it all, but it does say Dare, Risk, Dream. I believe that's on all their cans. I don't remember the last time I had a Rogue if it said that. This is a 6.7 ABV, and IBUs are 54. So that's what we got here, and they kind of have a cool little flavor profile. It goes between malt, tropical, citrus, pine, and bitter with the star. And it kind of shows you what I believe they call that in the data science community is a spider chart or spider web chart or spider graph or something like that. Where it fills in certain parts of the spider web based on what flavor profiles or what is most common in the data that you're looking at. Just happens to be flavors. It also lists a couple things you can pair this with, which I find very helpful on cans. You can pair this beer with white cheddar, grilled salmon, or strawberry shortcake. That's the whole spectrum of foods there, from appetizer to dessert. So there you go. That's the Can Art Boner segment brought to you by deadformat.net for Rogue Ales Batsquatch. Now let's get into the crack and the flavor. 3, 2, 1. That's the crack. A little foamy. I did not drop this beer. It's just foamy. It doesn't really have like a distinct smell, which I think that's going to indicate this is going to be a pretty smooth beer. I'm not sure. Go with the taste there. There's a little, I get a lot of beer in my mustache. You'll find that out from watching the first and second videos now. It kind of tastes a little bready. I don't know if yeast is the right word. There's also some sort of like molassesy flavor, some thick, not sugar, but kind of like a thick, I don't know, like a dull bitterness. Yeah, we'll go with dull bitterness. Again, we're a non-pretentious podcast. I'm no expert in beer. I'm just a guy who likes drinking beer. I just want to tell you what I think. There's something I don't like about this beer. But the aftertaste is actually really pleasant. I'll admit, it kind of leaves a sugary aftertaste, like a sweet aftertaste. Maybe not sugary, but it leaves my tongue feeling kind of sweet. So that's a plus. The actual taste of the beer, it's neither here nor there. I don't know if I'd buy this beer again. That's a question we always ask ourselves. Would you buy this again? I don't think I'd buy this beer again. I do like Dead Guy Ale, so nothing wrong with Rogue. Just this might be a miss. I don't think I like this beer, but I don't hate it. So I'm gonna give this beer 2.5 butt cheeks, right in the middle. I'm not a fan. I wouldn't complain if I got this beer at someone's house. That's also a question we always ask ourselves. You'll find that out. Would I be mad if this was offered to me at someone's house? And would I buy this again? I don't think I'd be mad if someone offered me this. I'll drink the whole can. I will. This is not a pour out beer. This is it's good enough to drink, but I would not buy this beer again. 2.5 butt cheeks, middle of the road. Nothing great. Does leave a nice aftertaste if that's what you're looking for. Doesn't really have a great during taste. 2.5 butt cheeks. That's Rogue Batsquatch. Thanks for joining us. That's episode 2. Come back, see episode 3 sometime later. Thanks, guys. Butt Chug Podcast, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud.